you today. We hope everyone is doing well. And we just want to let everyone know we miss you. And we look forward to the day that we can all be back in a room together. I have a few updates here to share for you. I have, there's a diaper emergency distribution that includes wipes and baby food. So if you need any of those things, you have to pre-register at pregnantwithpossibilities.com. Space is limited, so do that as soon as possible. Pregnantwithpossibilities.com. And that's on May 5th. And then today, besides our 22, good morning, Miss Kosa, besides our 22 different school sites for meals, Gypsy Bean, which is the coffee house at the corner of 65th and Detroit, 425, offers free lunches for anyone on Thursdays and from 11 to 2. And then Calvary Reformed Church also offers lunches at 12 o'clock, and that's the church that's at 1918 West 65th Street. So I am going to read a little story to you today about a giraffe. And I picked this book because I think today might be a little bit rainy. And I thought that maybe we could use the time inside to make some fun videos to share with everyone. So I want you to listen to my story about Gerald. This is a book about a giraffe who cannot dance. Poor Gerald, he's teased because he's clumsy. He's got these long legs and a long neck, and he just can't make it. But he meets a friend, and that friend helps him see that maybe, just maybe, he can do anything he wants to do. So our book is written by Giles, Andrea, and Guy Parker Race, and it is called Giraffes Can't Dance. Oh, here are some dancing monkeys to start us off. And some warthogs. How fun. I've never seen dancing warthogs. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees and fell face first into the ground. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald, he felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. Mrs. Tetlak feels like she's very bad at dancing too, but sometimes I'm not so bad. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did the cha-cha, and 8 baboons teamed up for I'm sorry. The chimps all did the cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Wow, lots of different types of dances going on from all over the world. Gerald swallowed bravely, and he walked out to the floor. But the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald, the animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. That's not very nice. Everyone else had their chance to try. I think that Gerald should have a chance. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. I feel like such a clot. Oh, Gerald shouldn't feel bad. He shouldn't let these people make him feel bad. Sometimes you have to be strong enough to stand up for yourself. So Gerald crept off from the dance floor and slowly started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and all alone. Poor Gerald. And then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed the cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're a little different, you just need a different song. That's a good point. So the other animals all danced to different songs. We had a tango and a waltz, which are very different feels. We had some Latin cha-cha and a Scottish reel. So all the animals picked music that meant something to their hearts to dance to. Just listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is the branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you, and everything makes music if you really want it to. So if you go outside and listen, everything you hear is making its own kind of music. And with that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Remember, we talked about the violin at school. If you've been in my class, it goes up here underneath. It's like almost like a little tiny guitar, and then they use a bow to string it. And he put it up picked up the violin, and then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. Ooh. Gerald looks like he's starting to move his body a little bit there. He threw his arms out sideways and he flung them everywhere. And then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. I'm dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing! Gerald cried. Look how happy he is. He doesn't care what other people think of him or how they look. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald is the best dancer that we've ever seen." How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply turned around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head up and he looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find the music that we love. So, what kind of music is it that you love, JMG family? Why don't you share with me underneath your favorite musician or your favorite type of music? And if you feel really brave, like Gerald did, you could even film video a little bit of you dancing and share it with us here on the page. We'd love to see your moves. So thank you for waking up with us this morning, Gallagher, and take care of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.